What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology and the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matrius. His partners today in the light blue color playing as Thor. His name is Mechanics. And finally in the yellow color playing as Odin. His name is Shadowfax. Together they make the UCA A team. Their opponents today in the green color playing as Oranos, it's I Love Ari. Over here in the red color playing as Kronos, it is I Am Claws. And finally in the purple color playing as Zeus, his name is Seiya. Oh, I'm excited to see this one, that is for sure. Last game, we saw UCA going for a very, very unique approach to team games, especially on Marsh, where I think a lot of players kind of assume the Norse gods are the best there. Obviously, the two of the Norse gods getting banned out on that one really changed the shape of what Marsh actually is, and it kind of allowed UCA to go in with that full Egyptian composition. I do wonder if TNT had a little bit more experience in that sort of a matchup, if they would have been able to find the win there, because I scratch my head a little bit and say, you know, by all metrics, that sort of a competition should not work, and you should be able to find a win as a standard team working cooperatively to win the map there, to win the game there. But UCA did get that first win, and now we get to see something very fun, which is Matrius on his Poseidon. Like, Matrius, he's been playing a lot of Norse lately. He's been playing a lot of Egyptian lately. He's even been playing some Atlantean lately. But he's known for his Poseidon. His Poseidon is as clean as it gets. He's got a whole bunch of unique strategies inside of Poseidon as well. And it's a lot of fun to just watch him do what he does best. And I've seen him do some very fun things inside of playing Poseidon in team games. Like, for example, going for Mass Hippocon, going through Hermes, getting himself Spirited Charge, going through Dionysus, getting himself Thracian Horses. It's a lot of fun watching him do what he does, because he's like an incredibly good raider as well, and a good defender at the same time. So life is going to be very tough here. But Seiya, he's gotten a position on the map that is going to be very happy with right now. With the Zeus, he's got himself the Centaur opportunity. He can build Centaur and he can go against this Poseidon here, especially on the map Frozen Waste. So I would be surprised to see Seiya going for anything else. Now, if UCA is aware of this, they can just completely blow Seiya off the map. I talked about this a little bit in an earlier game, but the idea of putting tons of pressure onto a Zeus player going Hermes is really good. It's really good. I'm pretty sure it just takes so long for the Centaur to get going, and we'll see if UCA is going to be able to recognize this, and if Seiya is actually going to be going for Hermes here. But we'll see what's going to happen. We see the Prometheus coming through for both. I'm misreading colors. Ari and Claws here. I'm still a little bit disappointed here. I want to see the Kronos players going Leto. I want to see that Leto. I'm going to keep saying it until I see it. Leto is really strong. Leto is really strong. Yes, you don't get Valor. Who cares? You've got Automatons. Automatons are 90 gold. You don't have to pay for favor. They're really strong. Their Automatons have got 400% bonus versus myth units. You don't need heroes. They're really strong. I'm going to say it a million times. 5.04 speed, I believe. Is that the case? 4.2 times 20% speed there. They are really strong. Okay, I've said it enough times. We see Claws making his way forward. He doesn't have focus just yet. Going to be searching for something to attack. Still no focus. This is really not what you want out of the Kronos. But we'll see how things are going to go here as Mechanics retreats back. The Herso are going to be coming over onto this position. We've got the Oracles coming through here. Going to be pushing the Herso back. Great Great time shift there, but the Herso somehow manages to slide through. Nice play from Mechanics. A little bit lucky, if you ask me, as Claws still putting the pressure on to this position over here. We've got the Promethean Offspring over here as well, ready to start putting some pressure through as well. Meanwhile, on this position, we've got Saya coming up with the military barracks. He is getting his centaur out as well, ready to start putting the pressure onto Matris, who's just going for a safe second town center over here. Going to be a little bit of a 1v1 down the bottom of the map there, it seems. As the mana getting time shifted back home, not going to be going down there, and Claws, he doesn't get what he wants out of that opening, but a good start nonetheless, as in the main base, starting up on the Momilo Terma train. I'm still a little bit on the side of, you don't really want to build that many Terma as Chronos. I'd much rather see a Chronos player go like double Momilo here than go for any Terma, just because of how slow they are and how unuseful they are. Let the Aranos player go mass Terma, for example, in this situation, and have the Chronos player go mass Momilo. That's a much better way to play. Work together as a team, play to your strengths. We see Saya moving into the middle of the map, grabbing those Walrus there as well. I would have preferred to see him start pushing forward and taking away Matrius's Walrus here, but Matrius has got so much food in his main base, and this is, again, like we talk about what makes Matrius so good, as we do see a Forest Fire getting dropped down in this position, but it is simple. Matrius is so good at just defending himself and playing around these things that were so strong for so long. As Shadowfax, he is going in with those Ulfsark. Odin Ulfsark, still very good. Odin did get slightly nerfed in patch 6.0 with his Great Hunt, but the Ulfsark is still a very valid strategy where that's concerned. The Ulfsark going to be pulling back there. Meanwhile, in the main center of the map here, we do see Claws is on the defense, but he's not paying attention over here, and a couple of villages will end up going down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mechanics just chasing the villagers around and then retreating once he sees all of those Momilo there. But we'll get a little bit more damage done onto those onto that economy of Saya before pulling back. Meanwhile, we do see the Centaur picking off villagers over here as Matrius, he's trying to defend, but remember, he's on 2 town centers, so it doesn't really matter him losing a handful of villagers there, as we do see a cheeky little Forest Fire getting dropped down, and Mechanics trying to get those citizens out here. Nice defense thus far, but another citizen of Claws pushing forward, and Mechanics spots that one. He's going to attempt to get a surround on here. There is access to a shockwave, I think, but it does look like Claws decides against it for the time being. Is there access to there? There was access to a shockwave from Ari, but he didn't call for it in time there, unfortunately, as the units here, I mean, we're still seeing, gotta send those goats back home. What's happening in the main base of Shadowfax? Not a whole lot. He's just moving around with those Ulfsarks, getting some good damage done. As the Momilo of Claws pushing in, pushing those Ulfsark back there nicely. We've got the villagers of Saya coming forward to grab the Walrus, and we do see Saya's Centaurs starting to show up over here. In a way, if Saya just kind of lets Matrius do what he wants here, the timing of which Matrius becomes relevant in this game, I think that they could do more damage to someone like Shadowfax here, who's got no real good defense against Centaur raids. You could just let Matrius be big, kill off the Shadowfax, and be completely fine here, but we see Saya being forced to use Ceasefire. He actually loses 3 villagers here as well. Mechanics is popping off in this game in terms of these raids. He is hitting everything beautifully thus far, as he's now got himself that medium raiders as well. Thundering Hooves coming in so quickly here as well for Mechanics, as this UCA team is showing that even after all is said and done, like, Norse is still very, very good. Norse is still very, very good in these team games. And Matrius now starting to make his own Hippocon out, getting himself the upgrades, pumping those units through. We do see a cheeky little military barracks coming up over here as Mechanics is searching around for potentially catching out a player, getting another town center up. The gold villages on this location, it will be a little bit of a problem there, as Ari's villagers have been spotted. Does pull them back to the manor in time there. Up. Does he manage to get them? No. The teleportation mechanic that the citizens have access to still applies, but the manners are going to get taken down as the citizen are going to be attempting to retreat away. You got to be a little bit careful with this one, as those citizens are going to get chased down very, very quickly by those raiding cavalry as the citizens pull over into this manner. Oh, will he get through? Will he get through? Okay, now have to work on that teleportation mechanic there. Ari, I think, for Town Center coming up for Ari as he's still under a lot of pressure. Meanwhile, in this position here, we do see the bolts coming down. The Centaur still causing some problems for Matrius here. But Mechanics is just getting so much value in this game. Still no second Town Center just yet as Claus pushes across the map with his Chronos taking this fight. There's not a whole lot of answer for those Prometheans that Claus has out here. The problem is that Claus, oh, he finds some villagers stuck on that forest over here. Imagine forest fire! As Mechanics decides he has to take this fight, we do see Claus retreating back ever so slightly with Matrius coming in on the surround. Great team play here from UCA, catching Claus out here. Making an aggressive move in a team game is always a very, very dubious thing. Unless your team is moving with you, you really don't want to be pushing in too aggressively as the Hippolyta is back out. Centaur's retreating back. Claus gets out without too many losses there. The raiding cavalry Valkyrie party of Mechanics is still moving across the map here. 6.32 speed they're moving at, as well as the villagers getting pulled back over here. Going to get sniped down a little bit. A couple of them getting caught out as they're not going to be able to move through those raiding cavalry all too easily. There's going to be 1, 2, 3 villagers killed off, 4 villagers killed off. Nice play from Mechanics, still getting those villager picks in a really, really big way as Claus pulls back. And we'll see how the game progresses here. So raiding cavalry going down. Mechanics is still in a great position. Matrius is in a great position. Shadowfax with 2 town centers, farms coming up. He's just playing it very safely, solidly. He knows he doesn't have to do anything too specific to beat this Uranos, and all of the cards are kind of in that Uranos player's hands. And this TNT team in this game not working together the best here, as UCA is just in sync. They're like Matrius is just tracking UCA, Shadowfax, and Mechanics Army around this game perfectly here. Really, really working together in a great way to catch TNT out of position here. As we're still seeing raids coming around this place. Ari pulling back, and we do see the raiding cavalry coming through over here to get some good damage done. Looks like one citizen has been caught out. The Thundering Hooves Raiders, they do have 41% pierce armor, and they can take out Centaur here as Ari looks like he's going to be staying alive here as the Centaur managed to take down those Ulfsark here, no problems. Actually, a little bit of problems here as they do move quite quickly, and Mechanics pulls back. Meanwhile, the Claus army moving across the map has been spotted by Shadowfax here, as Ari is struggling a little bit with his own production at the moment as the raids coming through from Matrius. This watchtower does not have crenellations here, so the town center here is going to get taken down. Matrius has also got Spirited Charge, so he's got that 6.05 speed at the moment. As the town center, 500 HP remaining, will end up getting taken down. We also see the curse getting thrown down. Shockwave getting utilized to get a little bit more damage done on those Hippocons over here. The curse over here to have that defense as well, as Claus now has to retreat away. And the town center of Ari ends up falling, as now yet again TNT is down to a player with 0 town centers. Scardy's coming through as well for UCA, as TNT at the moment here, no advances coming through in the slightest here. Town Center's attempting to come up for Claus at the moment on this position. Mechanics is still looking for raids. Is able to come through and start hitting Saya. And Matrius now going up to 3 Town Centers at this point. Citizens getting taken down here. Mechanics is just playing this pocket role to perfection here, as TNT has just not been able to defend their villagers in a good way at all in this game, as Matrius still able to take units down. He's now got heavy Hippocon. Is he going up to... Did he go? No, he went through Aphrodite. I would have loved to see Dionysus. Absolutely. But his Hippocon are still incredibly strong on this position. We are still seeing Mechanics getting some good raids in. We've got the Claws units coming back over here, though, as the raid is going to be pulling back. Mechanics pulling around as well. looking for everything he can do is now Shadowfax still in the center of the map. He's got himself 3 town centers. He is booming incredibly well here, and Claws in this position after the consistent raids being hit decides to tap out, and UCA does manage to clean up game number 2 here against TNT. I mean, what more can be said that hasn't already been said? This was as clean as it gets. You see Matri is coming in, assisting Mechanics on the defense there, as Claws was finding a really nice raid onto Mechanics there. That would have been a big problem for him pushing forward in this game. And obviously Shadowfax here not making any mistakes, but also getting helped by Matrius as well. Mechanics just consistently raiding the entirety of the game, keeping this TNT team behind here in a big way. Really, really nice gameplay here from UCA. I'm very excited to see how they're going to play in this game. Excited to see TNT play some more games and see if they can get it together here. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.